Hello. Manze. Nimekuja kulipa tu jamaa. Imagine mtu anakula avocado yangu, anakuja kwangu anakula avocado yangu na hajaniambia. Nimekuja kumripota sasa, niko kwa police station. Niko kwa police station. Ai, minister, kwani alisema aje?
Na tumeambia polisi, mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station piga yeye risasi.
God have mercy upon us.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed that particular clip? Have you liked the creativity among us, the youth of Kenya? What do you see in that man when you watch that clip? What do you think about the Kenyan youths when you watch that clip? This particular episode, it's a special dedication to that guy there. His name is Mr. KK mwenyewe. He was a student at KISS University and he had been having various local films that were acted right here in Kisii. So I got an opportunity to interact with him, not just physically, but mostly through the content he used to upload online. It's sad at this point to just notify for those who might not be aware that that gentleman has passed on. He passed on in Kiambu Hospital, and as we speak today, burial arrangements underway as we speak. So it's a sad thing to talk about, but this particular video, it's a special dedication to him and the family and the friends of that gentleman. Now, before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me dive into the topic today. When I watch that guy acting, there's something that comes up in my mind. The level of information that the youth of this country have. This gentleman, when he was making that act, when he was acting, he knew very well at the back of his mind that there are some orders that have been made by cabinet secretary in this country, the orders to shoot and kill anybody who goes near to the police station. This gentleman, he was aware of the rights of Kenyans, that there is right to live and right to be taken to court and eventually be charged if found guilty. This gentleman, he showed his level of information on the current affairs in government, and hence he linked it to his form of creativity. And in a nutshell, he was passing a very simple information, the type of bad governance that we have as we speak today. Mr. KK mwenyewe. Another thing I was able to see from that gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, it's the creativity amongst the Kenyan youths. As we speak today, most of the youths in this country are engaged in these kind of forums, acting, passing information in various ways. If you usually see what troubles President William Ruto, it is just things like these ones, where you find a gentleman coming up with some creative mind and then creating some content that everybody enjoys to receive information from. So therefore, the creativity that is being shown by that guy, it's a reflection on what is happening amongst the youths of this country. It is showing that when a youth comes up with something, he needs support. Let me tell you something here. When this guy was acting, he started by acting like Rigathi Gachagua. By then, it was when Rigathi Gachagua had just become the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And then, a certain lady came up with the name Rigi G. This lady was so much appreciated by Rigathi Gachagua. But when it came to this guy, despite things happening at the same time, Rigathi Gachagua never recognized him at all, anywhere. Actually, I saw his tweet just recently when this guy passed on. There was some public outrage that, hey, Rigathi Gachagua, appreciate also this guy, even if it's just a photo with him. Rigathi Gachagua did not consider him. I'm just giving this story not from a political perspective, but I'm just giving a story about him. And then there's this gentleman by the name Kibe. Andrew Kibe is one of the most controversial youths that we have in this country. When he comes on board to speak, he gives so many controversial statements. But on the case of this gentleman who passed on, Mr. KK mwenyewe, when Rigathi Gachagua abandoned him, he did not actually recognize him. He ignored him, let me use that, instead of abandoning him. And recognized the lady who introduced the name Rigi G. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Kibe organized an online contribution for him. People contributed to him about 500,000 shillings, which I believe he used to buy the microphones to continue with his content. Such a powerful action by Andrew Kipp. So I'm giving this story to just tell you one simple thing. This gentleman who passed on, his story is so inspiring, and it's upon everyone, whoever who is watching content online, to support other youths whenever you have a chance, whenever they are living. The reason why I'm saying that, the support Andrew Kipp gave him, it made this gentleman to bring more other actors around him who eventually improved their careers and started earning a living through his creativity. And if he could have gotten more support from the deputy president then, that is Gachagua, I'm sure he could have gotten more gigs that could have supported him to even earn more and even enable more other people to come on board and act. But unfortunately, Ricky G did not recognize him. If there's something that I expect Ricky G actually to even remember and say sorry for, it is this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. KK Mwenyewe is a reflection of so many things, creativity being one of it, and it is upon us as countrymen, as people of this country, to support such kind of youths who are coming up with similar way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that we're able to see from this gentleman, it's the unity of purpose that the youths of this country have. As others go to the streets, of course, KK Mwenyewe also used to go to the streets. And as others go to X, he goes to TikTok and YouTube to do content of this type, to be able to sell the message to the people of Kenya. And the people buy it. And that is very important. So he has ways to inform the other youths. I mean, he's not able to do some other things, but this is what he can do best. So through the same course that he's also taking, together with many other youths of this country, they are all united towards one purpose: proper governance in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing I have to tell you here, this kind of a youth reflects the thinking of the youths of this country. They always have the right minds, like whenever something is wrong, follow the due course of process of the constitution as provided in the constitution. If it is someone who has wronged you, go to the police station, report the case, and let the process take its course. But now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, then you realize that a government with its ministers, they come on board to make such utterances like the one Murkomen made, eventually enabling some youths to even cancel their proper missions to go and do things the right way, and most of them find themselves doing some things that they are not supposed or they did not intend to engage in. So if someone wrongs you, and then you remember that you are supposed to go to the police station, then you remember the brutality that is in the police station, but it's supported by the same government, you eventually cancel the journey of going to the police station and probably go and confront that person head on by yourselves. That is not the right thing that should be happening in this country. But from this acting by this gentleman, you can be able to tell that it is because of the bad systems that we have, rotten ones, that are resulting to some of the things that are happening right now to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the KK Mwenyewe, Mr. KK Mwenyewe, is also a reflection of what the things of the things that the youths are up to, creating opportunities for themselves. If it is going for a certain thing to earn a living, they go for it. If it is singing, they do it. If it is acting, they do it. Mr. KK has been very consistent throughout his time he started acting, and that is actually what we borrow from him. Personally, he is my role model. I get to keep my consistency at Mokwa times, simply because he also kept the consistency that enabled him to grow to where he was by the time he was passing on. I want to ask you guys to remember youths in this country, pray for them, because that is the best support as well you can always give them. Please make sure that you subscribe. May my friend Mr. KK Mwenyewe rest in eternal peace. Amen.